Welcome to another deck breakdown. This time it's about Gecko Moria, the most underrated deck the game has ever seen on release. If you've seen the Foxy video, prepare yourself for another yapping session, and without much wasting time, let's get into it. So, what does the leader do? Activate main once per turn. You may or one of your Thulabug Pirates type characters. Your leader and all of your characters gain 1000 power during this turn. So you basically have Gorgon Sisters on your leader, so you don't need to pray it's in your first life. And the second ability, when attacking, you may trash 3 cards from your hand, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. This ability, the second one, is why everyone thought this leader was kinda bad. 3 cards for life, that can't really be that good. And in this video, I'll show you why it's insane. A quick spoiler for those that are just here for the decklist. It is the same decklist that you've seen on Upstairs channel, for example. We've been cooking the deck a lot and we kinda ended up on a similar list. Sometimes I swap around some of the ratios, I'll explain why in a second, but as like a base recommendation, this is the list that I would go for. But we'll be going over the tech options and what you could change and why you would change them later into this video. Before we can talk about all of the cards, we do have to talk about the identity of our deck. Our deck does run its fair share of evil triggers. 32 body triggers to be exact, making it a 64% chance that we hit a body from life. As you can see on the screen, our triggers work a bit different than the usual yellow triggers. Play up to 1 Thulabug Pirates type character card with a cost of 4 or less from your trash rested. That means whenever your opponent hits you, you and your opponent kind of know what to expect, because we have a very high chance of hitting a trigger, and it becomes a very consistent trigger because technically every card turns into Hogback, for example, which makes the strategy very consistent. Why we are not that reliant on actually playing out triggers from life, but it's more the trigger just being written on the card that's actually so strong, we'll talk about later, but let's get into the cards. Talking about consistency, these are our key pieces to make sure we get our engine running. In the early game, we want to get cards into our trash as best as possible so we can play them out with our triggers. Sindri and Hurry Up and Make Me the Pirate King do this pretty well. The search event, of course, is the best one, as it replaces itself in hand. But Sindri is also very good, especially because it thins the deck and you get more options into your trash. A card that, when we looked at Eastern lists, was never run was Lilith, which to me is crazy. Not only does it search your whole engine, it also searches non-engine pieces like Boar, which is one of, if not the best card in your deck. In the future, any good trigger card could be adapted into the deck, and Lilith just combines them all into one solid engine. When talking about our engine, these are the 3 pieces that I'm mainly referring to. I'd like to call them the big 3. If you're familiar with anime, you should know. Hogback, Absalom and Perona. They all serve a very important purpose to our strategy. Hogback is kind of our main character. Play up to 1 character card with a cost of 4 less and a trigger other than Dr. Hogback from your trash. As you know, our triggers play rested. So if your opponent hits us and we play a buddy, our opponent would like to swing into that buddy, forcing resources out of our hand. But if we spawn Hogback, they just can't do it, because the character that we spawn from Hogback, if we let him die, comes inactive. That is good as a trigger, but also when we play it off any Moria or just from hand, if you have it on board, we swing with it, we pop him, and we get to play Perona or Absalom to make use of their good effects. Absalom is a consistency piece. You can think about him like Perospero if you know the good old days. Look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Thulabug Pirates type character card and add it to your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. He's really strong because he keeps our resources high, as once we play him he replaces himself in hand, as well as consistency of course, and one of the most insane cards probably in the set, Perona, on play and on KO, up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. From the trigger she can turn into like a pseudo beige and spawned off Hogback or just played from hand. Any mid-range character that your opponent plays will likely never get to attack the whole game, which you will see in some of the gameplay videos. When to use which character and how to use them we'll be going over later into this video when we talk about our turn order. Aside from the big 3, there's also the 4 cards listed on screen right now. Kumas is just a great 2k, he's a trigger in life and a 2k in hand. Ryuma is kind of like a worse version of Absalom. On KO, draw 2 and trash 2 cards from your hand. It doesn't replace itself in hand, but if you run unsearchable cards of our hand full of dead options, then we could filter. That kind of interferes with our leader ability, but for unsearchable cards it's still really good, and it's a 3 cost, so it's really good on our odd curve. Sindri is a blocker. Her trigger doesn't play her active, which means she isn't really a trigger blocker, but we can sometimes just play her from hand, of course, but off Hogback she spawns active and she has the good trigger written on her, so she's a backup piece, as well as Brickbed, which can be really good in combination with Black Hogback, which we'll talk about on the next page, but also just has the trigger written on it. These two cards, kind of toolbox cards. Hogback increases our consistency as he grabs cards from the trash. Especially 6-cost Moria or 8-cost Moria are pretty good targets, but also 2Ks are pretty good. He can be played off our Thriller Bug triggers, which means when your opponent hits you, you can draw a card from your trash, not losing any cards from hand, which can be clutch in the late game, especially combined with Brickbed, when you just keep up one Don and one of your triggers turns into a 3K counter. Kikunojo is a bit odd, because it doesn't have the Thriller Bug trigger, but it can be played off Hogback, which is really strong, especially into decks like Emu, that kind of want to play the late game and clear your board. Kikunojo prolongs the game in your favor, and she swings 7k with our leader ability, which makes her a really good attacker as well. Talking about our top end now. 6-cost Gecko Moria is the first bigger card we play. Starting on 6 Dawn, it's the first time we establish multiple buddies in one turn. He's very crucial to have in the early game, even though he has a very low lifespan, as basically 6 and 7 Dawn will be the only times you really want to play him, but in those turns you really want to play him, as he adds a lot of pressure, and if you don't see him, your opponent might stabilize. 8-cost Gecko Moria is one of the most insane late game cards ever printed. You can either play a buddy to board or heal into life, which makes it an aggressive and a defensive card at the same time, as well as having the trigger of playing a 4-cost from trash. Important to note on this one, it plays it active. So if it's in your life and you have a Sindri in your trash, you can play a blocker standing. Sometimes it's not easy to decide if you should play a buddy to board or if you should use Moria to heal. We'll go over that in the turn order when we talk through our ideal turns. And talking about one of the best late game cards ever printed, we probably have Yellow's best late game card ever printed. Bo Hancock. On play, you heal a life and your opponent takes a life, also making it both an aggressive and a defensive tool, but in this case you don't have to choose, it's both. And the trigger to play a card with 6000 power or less and a trigger from your hand. It's the only trigger that plays from hand, so it's a bit expensive, and Boar is a good card, so sometimes you just want to keep the Boar in hand instead. But that will be up to what your hand looks like and what the board state looks like. This card in most Moria lists wasn't searchable, which still is insane to me, but Lilith makes this really good, because now you rarely ever miss Boar Hancock when you need her. Those were all of the cards in the recommended deck list. Ratios aren't 100% fixed, you have some wiggle room. I would say Sindri and Ryuma as the trigger cards are sort of your flex cards. You can run either Sindri, either Ryuma. You can run both like this list does, or you can cut one of them to make room for either more Kikunojo, more Hogback, the black one, or for some of the tech cards that we'll go over now. The tech options basically consist of two options. S-Snake or Notama being one category of good cards to play off Hogback. S-Snake is a good card because when played off Hogback, you can give a character minus 2k, which makes it really good to trade into board, which can come up against decks like Mihawk, GP Luffy, or some other mid-range decks. A lot of the mid-range decks are pretty good matchups for us, and a lot of the top decks don't really allow for like heavy board fights like Ace, Emu, maybe even Boa. Currently I wouldn't run her, but in the future she might be really good. And Otama is a 2k and a trigger, which makes her really good for Lilith, as like Lilith has only 4 2ks right now that she can pick up. And Otama's effect is quite funny. You take a life and you gain 3k. But for 2 Dawn, take a life and gain 1k bonus, that's kinda meh. But it can also be played off Hogback, making it an insane tool to go for lethal, because when played off Hogback, you gain those 3k power for free in your lethal turn, making your lethal 13 Dawn worth of power, plus your leader ability, turning your leader into a 9k swing without attaching any Dawn, for example. And Ground Death, and it's called Flame Split here, but the real card is called Blaze Slice, are the other category of cards that try to fix our weakness, because this deck is quite weak to blockers. And Ground Death, as we know from Emu and Crocodile, is a really strong tool to deal with blockers, but we don't have that much space. So we can probably only run it as a 2-off, and it's not searchable, so it feels quite random. And this is where Blaze Slice comes in, as Blaze Slice does sort of a similar thing. It rests Valkyrie, it rests Marco, it rests Boar, It is a counter event, it's not a break in hand, and it has a trigger, which means it's searchable by Lilith. Just by these tech options you can see how good Lilith is, because 3 of them are just searchable off Lilith, making the whole engine more consistent. If you want to run any of those, they should go into the Sindri or the Ryuma slot, whichever you prefer the most. So if your local has more Emo, Ace or Boa, Ground Def and Flame Split or Play Slice are really great options for those decks. So that should be it for all of the cards. If you have any more questions, please let me know down below, which means we can get into how to actually play this deck. I'll be going over the preferred turn order, what cards we are looking out for and when we should play them, how to use them, and some interesting information at the end before the gameplay. So let's get right into it. Just like in the Foxy video, I'll be going over our preferred curve first, which in this case is again second. There's a lot of decks that like second and we are one of them. On turn 1, of course, we want to search. We want to fill our grave as best as we can. The search event, like I mentioned, is the best one because we get the card back into hand. We're not actually looking for a big 3 target for our hand. We're looking to mill them into our trash. Of course, if we don't have one for the following turn, we might pick one up as well. But mainly they are for the trash. If you are given the choice between all 3 of our searchers, you should definitely always start with the search event and then check your trash. Do we already have enough cards in trash to trigger, or do we still need those? If we still need those, we'll play Sindri. If we don't, we start looking for top end options with Lilith as well as 2Ks. On the second turn, like I said before, we should check if we have Gecko, Moria in hand already. If we do, then playing out Hogback or Ikiko Nojin in that case are pretty good options, as playing Hogback allows us to swing with him, pop him the next turn, so we end the turn with only a rested Hogback played of Gecko Moria and a standing character, which is good. But if we don't have him, we definitely need to make sure that we do get him, so either we have milled him with Sindri, so we can use Hogback to grab him, or we play Absalom, so on 6th dawn we can use him to search the Gecko Moria. Not much of a surprise here, we should play Gecko Moria if we have him, and then ideally we play him into Hogback, but either after using our leader ability or to use our leader ability on this Hogback that we just played. If we don't have 6 cost Moria on this turn, it's one of our weaknesses, as our turn just consists of playing maybe a 4 drop. If we're lucky we have 2 3 drops in hand, which would kind of make up for it, but we can use that turn to pressure like 2 7s for example, or if we have a 1 drop on board we can use the 2 dawn that are left over after playing a 4 drop to swing with that 1 drop and then do 5, 5 and 6. Well, as you can see, the turns aren't as difficult to map out. The skill expression in Moria comes from knowing when to push for pressure or when you play defensive. With Gecko Moria you can do both, but on this turn you will very rarely ever heal because it's still early, so you want to apply pressure. If your opponent has swung at you and you've been quite lucky triggering a lot of bodies, then you can heal, but you've probably won the game in that case anyways. From this turn onwards, you're basically free to do whatever you want. Boa and Gecko always are good options. It's at this point where you have to ask yourself if you want to try to apply as much pressure as possible, or if you want to go the defensive route, because if you have 4, maybe 5 life, your opponent has been starving you, and you have a decent board, your opponent is kind of with the back against the wall, because if he wins the board, which can happen, he will have to survive the clapback of trying to push for lethal. So from this point onward, if you play 8 cost Gecko and heal Kumasi into life, or if you play Boa to gain life and make progress on his life as well, it becomes really difficult for your opponent to ever finish you. So going first, of course we wanna search and get cards into our trash. That's also why it's better than Lilith, because if we play Lilith on this turn, we might need to discard cards of our leader ability on turn 2, which is not the end of the world. It's okay, sometimes you have to do it if you have no cards in your trash, but it might make you discard cards that you wouldn't wanna pitch away otherwise. So on turn 2, it's really important that you find your 3 drop. The humor is basically just in the deck to make this more likely. You can play Sindri as well if you have it in hand, but we do want our opponent to swing at us, and if they do, we do want to take. So if Sindri, like playing Sindri means you'll have to block early because your opponent gets rid of that Sindri, let's say it's Mikog, then just keep it in hand because we don't want to block. Just swinging 5-5 with your searcher then is fine as well. On 5 dawn, we'll have to ask ourselves the same question. Do we have Gecko Moria or do we not have Gecko Moria? If we do, we can play Hogback ideally or Kiku. If we don't, we should play anything that makes sure we do get him. If we have played Sindri on turn 1 here, we can use her for a lead ability, attach it onto the 3 cost, swing 7, attach it onto leader, swing 7 again, and play another 3 drop, which is really strong against 4 life leaders, but it's also good against 5 life leaders, of course. So if that's an option to you, definitely use that option. And last but not least, the remaining turns are quite obvious. They do follow the same idea than the going second turns. They're just 1 Don delayed basically, which means on turn 4 you'll have an extra Don to maybe swing an extra 7. And the same is true for the turn 5 if you play Gecko Moria. I hope you made it through the Yap session alive, and if you did and you liked it, let me know down below. I really enjoy making those videos. They are a bit more work than regular sim videos, of course, but I want to level up my YouTube game and make better videos as time goes on. One last thing, if you liked this video and the videos in the past from both me and Upster, we've released the Gecko Moria guide, so if you want to go more in depth into the deck, matchups, deck building theory, how to deal with being starved, when to apply pressure, and a lot more things, then make sure to check the link down below. There's also more VODs in there, so if you like to watch the gameplay of the deck, definitely make sure to check that out. It would definitely support us, but we'll continue to do free videos on both our channels and get you the best Moria gameplay. What the fuck? Let's set it up in a way that YouTube chat and Twitch chat are both visible on screen. So, I mean, that's a hand. Oh, that's quite good. It's a really good mill. If we don't fight the 8 drop, we can go Gecko into Hogback, get the 8 drop. It's pretty good. I think I'll just take the 8 drop. See, I'm playing and setting up the stuff at the same time. Maybe I should have done that before. I mean, the next thing is also just a 5, so I'll take this one. Nice. Kinda tempted to take it as well, but probably shouldn't. Although I have a pretty decent curve. Ah, it's okay. We take. We take. Okay, I'll just return Lilith. Guess I want to keep brick bet here. I have one in hand, so return the brick bet and take. Just take the Gecko. Wann Hightail sehen uns da? Boah, ja schon. Ich sehe mich da auch irgendwo. Das sieht tatsächlich sehr lustig aus. Okay. Actually, I think I'll leader before, like a swing leader before popping it. It doesn't matter. But I want to pop this hog back so I don't lose a body on board. Into playing Perona. So I'll do this, this, and this. Gain a life. Heute? Das ist schon draußen? Gibt's das Spiel schon? Aber heute Abend kann ich nicht. Später. So, heute Abend euch das vor. So, aber wir können es gerne angucken, die Tage vielleicht reingehen. Yeah, so now I can pop the hog back for my Perona and stun this. And then I'll play the Gecko for hog back over this. It's a pretty good spot. So from now on we can just heal with all these. We don't need to play to board anymore. We'll lose like one body, but that's whatever because we have more than enough. Ja, dann lass da mal reingehen bei Hightail. Könnte krass sein. Okay. Yeah. Since he's trying to stay healthy, which doesn't really make sense. If he plays Shanks this turn, he has 4 cards in hand. So I'll likely just Maybe I'll skip playing the Moria and swing at his Shanks if he plays Shanks here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Like he probably kills Hogback or something here, but I'll... Wait, let's go for face, which is a bit annoying because I only have one counter. So I guess I'll... He already restored done, so I'll just take it in case it's a 1k that I don't wanna use. Yeah, now I get to keep the 2k in hand. It's a bit annoying that he goes for this route. Okay, I think I'll just kill his Shanks this turn. Playing an 8-drop here doesn't really do anything. I think he shouldn't try to rush me down. He's too slow for that. So I'll just pop the... Perona to stun Perona. And then... 9. He does have one done. I think I'll do it anyways. Oh, I heal. And swing face. I mean, if I poke 5 face, he's just gonna take it, so there's no point. But playing an 8-drop now before his Mihawk turn seems kinda bad, especially because I'm this low. So I'll just jam. I think it's actually just better to kill it. I think I'll do this. Because if it gives me all the cards, that's fine, I think. Because I'm still not dead. Can heal this turn if I wanted to. If he drops it, then I won't heal this turn, I think. And I'll just kill the Perona and go face. Yeah. I have to kill this Perona, because I don't have that many cards in hand. I would kind of like to heal, but I wouldn't... I mean, I could just pitch double Moria and the Hogback. And heal this turn. Because I'm probably just playing another... Yeah, I'll do this. Probably just play one Boa this time. This game. Okay. Now he gets to stun the guy. Because now he's in a weird spot. If he goes face, I can still just pop this Perona to kill his Perona. And then heal with the Boa. So I'm still at 2 life next turn. And he only has 2 swings. And he's kind of low in hand. Yeah, but this way he also... This is also bad because he also doesn't make any progress here. And I do have Perona and Trash, so I can pop the Orc back for this Perona. Hello Devil Sniper. I also draw back a Moria, which is good for later. It might be good this turn even, to be fair. Because if I'll just check what he does. I'll swing face with this. And then see how much counter he gives me, because establishing the Moria here and then Boa next turn wouldn't be too bad. Although this Moria doesn't swing because of Mihawk, so I'm definitely playing Boa this turn. Never mind. Yeah, we just pop this for the Perona. I'll swing 6. Beige. Okay. For the Mihawk ability. Okay, now do 7. I mean, if he counters this and has like Law Beppo or something, we might survive. But he has to clear board in that case. What does this do? Never seen that card. You maze 2 cards, draw 1 card, then rest up to one of your opponent's character's base power or less, and a counter. If it was a 2 cost, maybe this card would be good, but 3 down for this seems kinda meh. He has another Mihawk, which also means he has a lot of counter, because 2 of his cards are 2Ks in that case. And he gets to stun the Moria and the Boa, so I'm probably not getting through this turn, which is fine. I don't need to. Still have my Perona, so this Perona won't swing. The 1-drop Perona is actually kind of annoying now, but I can heal with the 8-drop. Okay, I mean, this of course helps. So do I take Hogback or do I like this one or do I take this Hogback just for the card draw? Actually I have Sindri in trash, right? It doesn't matter because he has Miox on board. I think I'll do the card draw. Even though I do need to keep bodies on board. I have 3 standing big bodies. Yeah, I'll do it for the card draw. Yeah, I'll take this and then bottom deck the brick. And now the question is, do I take brick bet or do I do a 2k? I think it's a 2k because I do want to swing 2 7ks. Like 5 and then 7-7. So I'll just take a 2k. I had to change the ad font. It was from when I was 12. Interesting. Okay, now I have triple 2k in hand. I'll do 5. Pop it for the Pirona and go 7. And then here. Yeah, I'll do 7. He has to give me 1k and his Miox skill, or if he takes... Yeah, he would be dead if he takes. Okay. I'll do 7 again. He didn't use Miox skill yet, right? No. Otherwise... neither of them. So if I do 6, he definitely counters. No, I need to do... Hey, do I die? He has 4 swings, but I have 4 2ks. No. So 3 2ks, so no, I don't die. Do the 7. Okay, actually crazy. Actually gets out of it with 2 events. But he still has to go for game. Then we do this. At the top life. So we get a 2k back. Currently working on another Gecko Moria video. So I can't die, right? It's 7 and then a bunch of 10s. So I never die. Stay away from him to buff. I just take it all. Yep. No trigger. Actually, maybe there's a way. No, there's no way for him to buff his characters, right? No. Oh. Guess we'll take a Kiku. And then that's 10 and that's 11. But I'm scared, so I'll just counter this one. I don't want to lose to some random shenanigans. I don't think there is any. Yeah, he just gave up. Pop the Gecko, swing 7. And yeah, he just concedes. Clean game. He shouldn't have countered that much. So I didn't have the angle to go for Shanks. If I didn't go for Shanks in that turn, I think he would have had a lot better chances. Because his curve was kind of good. Okay. Good hand. Decent hand at least. Good might be a reach. A decent hand. Well, it's a pretty decent mill. If we get a trigger, we also get the 6 cost talk back. So hopefully he swings at us. YouTube stream's working, Twitch stream seems also good. Nice. Ado goes hard. Yeah, Ado's okay. Ado's decent. Oh, please, 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 please. This trigger would be very important just because I need to sock back. Oh, big. I'll bottom deck the Sindri, I guess. This and the Sindri. Okay, that's big. He shouldn't be swinging, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't listen to Ardo in my free time probably. But it's good. I think I'm just gonna clear my Sindri and swing. I was just playing more on my phone, so this stream just saved me from suffering on mobile sim. Playing sim on phone is kinda crazy, that is true. Okay, he doesn't really have a good target to bring back with his blocker. Maybe just a 2k. Can someone check if the YouTube stream? I guess I could. No, wait. I can't really listen to my own stream. I don't really hear anything. I think I'll take the boar. Yeah. The boar definitely is better. How does this deck feel comparative to the meta? It's really strong, especially because it's so underrated. It is really strong. You don't really have a really bad matchups. Of course, some aren't like aren't all favored, but nothing's like oh no I lose. Like it's all okay. And it surprises people, which like the sim stats don't lie. I mean they do lie, but not if they lie in my favor. Yeah, this turn's pretty good now because I can go really wide. He doesn't have a dash bones. He only has this guy. Okay. Almost want him to free block this. Because then I will probably turn 8 into his guy. Yeah. I think I'll do that. His blockers are kinda annoying. And he's low on hand size, so if he lets this die, I'm pretty happy. Skill-based matchups, yeah. This deck, I mean your opponent's like getting skill checked because you're a yellow deck. And then you have a lot of skill expression with this deck itself. Like when do you heal, when do you take life, when do you counter. Not just take all and trigger. It's there's a lot that goes into playing this deck. He stuns the Gecko and the Absalom. I only have a Sindri to bring back, so there's no point. Kinda good that he stunned the Absalom, because now I'm gonna pop the Absalom and just play boar on that spot. Yeah, I'll take this and swing a bunch of 6Ks. This guy is cooked. Is my stream even showing on my YouTube? I need to check on my phone. What happened in chat? Someone spammed, so I just banned him. I don't know who that was. Could have been a friend, I don't know. But I just banned him. He did not care. I see my own stream on my phone. No, I don't. Do you guys like, can you check my YouTube and see if I'm live? Because if I look on my phone, I cannot see myself live. But it shows that I'm live on YouTube, apparently. Yeah, just... It says also something went wrong. I can't see it on my phone for some reason. So I'm not sure. Because there's no viewers, no nothing, no chat. Yeah, I guess maybe I'll have to end stream and do it again. Yeah, I'll end it stream on the YouTube side. Okay, I'll check later too. Okay, he's just dead, isn't he? I don't know. Perhaps that can't be right. If anything, I'll just take a different plugin. Okay, Ace. Ace, and we have to go first, but the hand looks decent. I mean, the what the fuck? That doesn't look decent. It's okay though. Has the iron white beard. Do I care about swinging this turn? I think I do. Because if he takes life, I would be happy. Yeah, I think I'll do swing. And then I'll just play the Absalom. Okay, then ends up swinging at me. And he took. Okay, that's really big. I guess I should have kept the Sindri for this turn. But I took a life, which is good for me, because I have Boa, so I'll burn a life, and then he only has like one 8-drop to take his life. So if he doesn't draw a bunch of 9-cost white bits, we should be good. I'm wondering what I'll do this turn. Could just swing. But I also kind of want to establish the hogback. I think I'll establish the hogback for next turn. I'll bottom this, and then we'll take a 2k. Yeah. And then next turn I'll get to swing a bunch. I think that's fine. I could have popped the Absalom to swing, but I don't think that's clever. Okay, if I take it, then he might swing 7, and then I have to take it as well. But I do need some tempo here, so I might just take it. Okay. But lucky. I mean, this turn I didn't swing because I wanted to establish the hogback. And then the turn before, like, I could have not swung, because if he takes the life, he draws from his leader ability. But if he does take this life this early, I think I'm happy with that, because I need to get him low. Because he has the 8-drop event, and I don't want him to be an 8k leader all the time. So now, like next turn, for example, if he gets to 8k, he has 1 life, and then my Boa puts him to 0. That's why I was fine with swinging the first turn, even though he draws from leader. I don't have anything to play in my trash. I mean, I have Hogback, but I wanna pop the. Okay, I'll play the Hogback and then I'll do this before leadering. This and this gain. Then I'll leader the Hogback. To play Absalom and then I have 6 and 7. He gives it this up. Verona would have been nice and trash as well. Because now I have such a wide board that he kind of has to take his own life with the 8-drop event. He probably clears these two, which is fine. They don't swing anyways in like his next turn. He didn't take his life. It's interesting. Then I might just play the Moria instead. Yeah, I think I'll do the Moria then. Because then I have more done. Yeah, I'll do Moria to play at Hogback. Pop that to play the Perona, stun as Josu. Then I can do 6 and then... I think I'll do 6-6 or 6. And the forbidden number. I think I'll keep my Moria active if he doesn't block the first 2 swings. Because I don't want him to swing at this for free. Yeah. No, there's no point. Although if he does swing... Yeah, he would swing. Because if he plays another new gate, he swings at my Moria. I think I want to keep my Moria. Odoro, Pun, Pokorin, Ado bitte anmachen. I think I had a heart attack saying that. Odoro, Pun, Po. Can I just search that? Odoro, Pun, Pokorin. Okay, play. Awesome, good vibe music. Okay, let's go face. So I assume in next, here's Marco too. I don't want to throw 2 cards to be fair, but if he swings his new gate as well, I might need to. Because I don't want to go to 1 life with this board. I'll play Boa. I guess I'll play Boa and heal. Pitching 2. Guess I'll just take it, yeah. If I'm pitching 2 to keep the life, might as well just take it and make him swing his new gate. Because I can also just pitch these cards for my leader effect. Because now he kind of has to swing the new gate. I'll drop the Absalom. Yeah, I'll swing the Absalom. Oh, I guess I need to stun the Josu actually. That was kinda bad. Yeah, I should have not done that. I should have popped, like, gave him the Don to Perona. Now I need to pop her. Or do I need to? I have 3 life next turn. 4 2Ks and whatever I draw from this. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. I mean, he does have a few swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 swings on. You have to stun the thing. It's fine. I'll do this. It's a banger, yeah, it's a banger. This song. But yeah, I should have gave him the Don to Perona and popped it. Not this way. But it's fine. I have 4 2Ks now, so I can't really leader this turn. I don't need to leader. Because he didn't go 8K. Getting a bunch of cards here. Okay. It's probably Marco. Yeah, we're doing fine. We might be 1 turn too slow though this game. Because we went first. Going first into aces like an aggro deck of course doesn't feel as great sometimes, but still okay. He does have a bunch of cards though, because he had Marco. Okay. feel like he kinda has to take his own life here, even. Or he has the new gate standing. But if he goes like 10k leader here, could be a bit annoying. I do have access to another Perona. He should probably, if he goes board, which he probably shouldn't, clear my Hogback just so I don't have the Perona for free. Okay, I hope he swings his Yamato so I can swing at the Yamato and stun the Jozo, because then I don't die. It's a bit annoying if he just swings all three at life. I hope he goes board. Oh, that's a swing. Do I give him double 2 for this one? I don't think I can afford to. Yeah, I think I'll keep it. If he swings here, I'll defend. So I need this Gecko. But he kind of has to keep up probably. I mean, probably doesn't have to keep this up, this new gate. Gets Jozo, okay. But I get to swing at the Yamato. I would like to pop the Upsilon just so I can draw something useful. But I do need to Thunder Jozo, I think. Another board doesn't really do anything. I guess if this connects for some reason, I could play Boa. Maybe this thing should be bigger to begin with, but I don't think so. Do I just play the Boa now? He can't kill me. And he's an 8k lead, so if I invest on into swinging, he just gets to block. I think it might just be Boa actually. Because the other option is 12-12. And then I guess could go 12-12-12. So he has to block 1k, and then give me a bunch of cards. I think I like the Boa. Maybe it was 12-12-12. But this bot, like, he can't really swing his board now. Because if he swings the new gates this turn, he just dies. And if he swings leader, that's fine. Next turn I get to pop. Do I get to pop the Upsilon because I have enough life? Probably not. Do I just double 2k? To keep the life? I think I do. Because I don't have, like, if I take it and then leader, I'm also pitching this Hinris. Okay, there's Uta. He has to connect 5 swings. So, and I can't heal anyway, so I'll swing 6 pop and then... Because I could make more than 6, could make it 8. I'll make it 8. Pop. Hold on, Boa. Banger idea. I'll stun this and then I'll go 12. Doesn't really matter which way I do it. I'll do 12 and then I can do 12 again and 8-8. And he only has 4 swings and he has to kill me. And I have 2k, 1k for my board technically. And he could turn into board, which is a bit annoying. 8, 8 and 6 and 10, 6, 2k, 10, 2, 2, 1, 8, 2, 1, 2, 1. It's the same thing, right? Yeah, it's the same thing. I guess I'll do 6 and 10. I mean, yeah, I mean, yes. And blockers are kind of annoying, but I mean, those are 10 cost blockers. That's a different thing. Okay, so the only annoying thing now is that he could clean up board, but he has to tap his blockers for, like, if he wants to clear board, and he has to tap all of them. And we still have 4 lives, so even if he wants to push for lethal, he can't. And we don't die to Roger because we have a 2 cannon. And if he pushes for lethal, he needs to tap his blockers as well, and then we spawn a bunch of bodies from life. Whoever just 2k 1k his first swing on a 10k body. I think. I mean, he probably has the 4th new gate. He might, if he has another 9 cost, he has one in trash, but if he has one, I'm probably cooked. The 2k 1k this. I think I'll let this die. Like if he goes 10, like 12 again and 12 again, then I would counter the last one. But maybe I should have guarded the first one. But if this Absalom draws me like an 8 cost and he doesn't kill me, then like it doesn't get better for him. Could also play Lilith to find one. Okay, now he goes 13, which is a bit annoying. Maybe I should have guarded the first one then. Okay, just... Oh, and another Uta. I mean... I could 2k 1k now. And then if he plays Uta, could just pray that he doesn't have it. One, two, three, 4. He only has 4 2ks. He only used 4 2ks, so probably will have it. But he still has to kill me at some point. Do I use this? Yeah. That's a 2k. That's a Gecko. I mean, the Uta on board does swing as well. Honestly, I could play a Perona. Just to stun his board and swing big. To kill the Uta. Then I'll take the hog back, right? I do have Perona in my trash. I don't. Wait. Okay, I do. I was shocked for a second. Yeah, I think this is better. I think I'll do this. KO. Play it to stun the Yamato. Then I get to go 10. Because then, yeah, it forces the block. I get to have 2 bodies on board, even the Lilith could swing. And now he only has 4 swings again. But it's like, if he swings a bunch of his blockers, I trigger characters. I do have 2 hogbacks. So, that's good. Okay, he gets rid of the Perona, which is annoying. And then he probably just keeps his entire board standing. I think this one might be cooked. I'm tempted to counter. But he can swing 12-12 as well. Will he do that though? Okay, he will. Okay, I would need some figures here for this to work. Probably even if he swings the 12, I'm still cooked. Another Uta probably. Oh, this deck is so cringe. This deck is so cringe. Yeah, I can't really get out of this one now. Eight. Yeah, this song is kinda boring. I have to try swinging 8s. But he has lead ability. So he has to have 5 bricks, probably doesn't even play 5 more bricks. Yeah, like I said earlier, we were like 1 turn too slow, so we were first. But it was close.